What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm going to show you a compilation of things I've sold over the last month and a half. These are all eBay sales that I picked up from thrift stores, yard sales, maybe even some clearance from Walmart or Home Depot. So just sit back and relax and I'll burn through these and you can get some ideas on what to look for when you're outsourcing. The first item I have are these Jordans that I sold. I picked these up at a yard sale for $20 and I sold them for $500 plus shipping, for a total of $511.95. A great pickup, but you know what? I might have been able to get $750, $800, maybe even $1,000 for these. Unfortunately, they are new. One shoe still has the plastic, but when I went to list them, I noticed that this back flap had been torn off and replaced at some point. So because of that, I lowered the price, of course, disclosed it in the description. I hope the person actually read the description well. I said that flap looks like it's about ready to fall off. However, these shoes said they're going to something called SneakerCon. So I don't know what that is. Sounds like a person that probably knows, about buying shoes and would read the description, but these have to go to an authenticator first. If you sell shoes like this on eBay, they go to an authenticator who makes sure they're actual Jordans and not knockoffs. I know the authenticator is just going to pull these out and break that off. I know it. So we'll see what happens. Either way, it's a great sale selling these for $500. This is a Seinfeld, the complete series DVD set. I picked this up at Goodwill for $5 and I sold it for $60. It's rare to find sets like this in Goodwill that are not priced way too high, so happy to find it. I picked up this TI 84 Plus calculator at a garage sale. I paid $4 for it. I sold it for $58. It took 20 minutes to sell. These things sell so quick. Sold these Kimberly Clark lab coats. I picked up at Goodwill for about $6. I got 2 boxes of these, 2 different sizes. The other size I sold for about $45 plus shipping. This one I sold for $30 plus shipping. Just going to ship it in the box it's in here and ship it FedEx. Make some money. This is the complete Bible on CD. I picked this up at a church rummage sale for $5. I sold it for $39 plus shipping for a total of $47.13. Wii Sports. If you don't know about this, you should learn about it because it's a great thing to pick up. This is fairly common. You see these quite often if you do a lot of thrifting and garage selling. Used, these sell between $30, $40. New, anywhere between $60 and $100. If I was to sell this on Amazon, I probably could have got $95. I opted not to because you can have some problems when you sell games in these cardboard cases. But I still sold this on eBay for $60. I picked it up at Goodwill for $3.99. Here's one of my favorite flips of the year. I paid $3.99 for this Hot Wheels drone sweeper at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $200 plus shipping for a total of $224.34. Took about 4 days to sell. These things new were selling for about $850. It's kind of one of those things you want to hold on to maybe and just wait to see if everyone else sells theirs. There's some other people that had some listed for $179, and I priced mine at $200 and it still sold before theirs. Mine was in a bit better condition. But with them selling for $850 new, I think if you wait for the other sellers to get rid of theirs, maybe you could price it $400 and still get a sale. But either way, I am happy to move it and cash in. Shipping out some Lewis & Clark rubber boat shoes. Picked these up at Goodwill for $5. Sold them for $35 for a total of $46.97. This Pickett drafting compass sold. I picked this up for $1.99 at Salvation Army, and I sold it for $20. I sold these 741 Boston Acoustics vintage speakers I picked up at Goodwill. I think I paid $11.99 for this one. I got a bunch of vintage speakers that day, all new. Some Sony stuff, some Boston Acoustics. So very good pickup at Goodwill that day. I sold this set for $150 plus shipping for a total of $203.91. Here is a shield for a He-Man character. I sold this for $17.95, free shipping. So these TP Sports rib protectors, they've been in my inventory for over 5 years. I'm pretty sure I got them at a Goodwill for like $1 or $2. I don't advise buying things that will sit in your inventory for 5 years, but you know what? I didn't know these would sit that long. But they eventually sold, and we're going to make some money. $17.89 is what I sold them for. So this toy from Avatar, The Last Airbender, picked this up for $2 at a Goodwill. Ended up selling it for $14 plus shipping for a total of $25.49. I sold this Oral-B Professional Care toothbrush for $69. Paid $10 for it at a Goodwill. Just happened to be there right when they put it out. Brand new sealed. Wouldn't have lasted long. Great flip. I paid 50 cents for this Dub City Dodge Ram at a garage sale. Listed it for $15 and it sold in a couple days. Not big profit, but quick and easy profit. I sold these Angry Birds plush. Picked these up at a church rummage sale. I paid $7 for a bag of them. I was going to go through, list them individual, but some of them aren't worth a whole lot. There's a couple in there. You could sell the pair for about $30. Maybe sell one for, $12, $15. I didn't want to deal with all that. I didn't know the exact values of them, so to save time, I just done an auction. I rarely do auctions. After I done the auction, I started getting nervous because auctions always do bad for me, but it ended up doing okay. I sold it for $59 plus shipping for a total of $79.13. I think I could have made maybe $20 or $25 more listing them individual, but with the time I saved just doing an auction, I'm able to list other things. I probably made, a couple $100 in the other things I listed in that time. So I think it works out. Sold these Mount Emmy shoes I picked up at a Goodwill. I think I paid $6 for them. Sold them for $30 plus shipping for a total of $46.48. So I got this Irwin Mechanics Vise I got from a Lowe's liquidation deal. I got so much Irwin clamps and stuff like this. They were all about 95% off retail. Some of the vice grips I got were much bigger than this. I sold all of those a long time ago. I don't know why it took this small one so long to sell, but I made some good profit on all that stuff. I think this is the last Irwin thing I have, so I sold it for $30 plus shipping. Sold this Pokemon plush I picked up at Goodwill. I think I paid $1 for this. I sold it for $18. Vintage with the tag. I picked up this Stanley wireless remote system. I got this at a yard sale. I think I paid $2 or $3 for it. I sold it for $30. Here is a really good flip. I picked this up at Salvation Army for $50, probably 2 or 3 years ago at this point. Ended up in a electronics death pile. Finally got around to listing it. It's a Texas Ranger CB radio station, and I ended up selling this for $475 plus shipping for a total of $519.32. Took about 3 weeks to sell. I had a bunch of offers in the $300 to $350 range, but I always like to hold out and see if somebody would pay full price, and they did. I picked up this sealed mini make and break game at a thrift store. I paid 50 cents for it. I sold it for $20. I hope that a 100-year-old person or a 7-year-old person didn't buy this, because ages 8 to 99 is all it's for. Paid $3 for these filters at a Goodwill, and I sold them for $25. This is an incredible flip. I paid $3 or maybe $5 for this is all. At a Goodwill. It's brand new. It's a Justice AM antenna. I ended up selling it for $129.99 plus shipping for a total of $153.34. Picked this game up at a Salvation Army for $2.99 and I got $30.79 for it. Got a little bit of box damage. It's vintage, but people like the older games. I picked up this Darth Maul Lightsaber at a Salvation Army. I paid $6 for it. It's vintage and sealed with a lot of packaging damage, so I wasn't able to get the full price I would like for it. Still ended up getting $40 shipped. So I made some money, and that's all that matters. I sold this Panasonic bread maker for $89.99 plus shipping for a total of $115.83. Picked it up at a thrift store for $5. I sold this Baby Breeza food processor replacement part. I sold it for $25 plus shipping, and it's an international order. I believe I paid $2 for it at a Goodwill. Sold this He-Man figure, Hurricane Hordak. This came in a figure lot I bought. I sold it for $70. Pretty good flip. I sold this 1993 GM service manual for G-Van models. I bought a bunch of these, including some Corvette manuals, which I've already sold for about $100. I paid $100 for all the manuals. Been selling through them. Here's another one. Sold this one for $30 plus shipping. Here's a quick and easy flip. I picked up this Lego Dimensions Scooby-Doo set at a Salvation Army. Paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $40. Sold within 2 days. Sold these New Balance shoes, 4E wide hook and loop. I don't remember where I bought these. Maybe a yard sale, maybe Goodwill, but I didn't pay more than $5 for them, I'm sure. Sold them for $30 plus shipping for a total of $48.67. Here are some women's Merrell shoes. I've had these in my inventory for a long time, maybe even up to 2 years, but I never lowered the price because there are so many watchers. I believe like 20 some people watching the item. I just assumed somebody would buy them. And they did. $25 plus shipping for a total of $37.26. I sold 5 of these open package returns. This Hunter wall mount kit. Actually bought a bunch of these on eBay 2 or 3 years ago, I spent about $4,500. Somebody listed a lot of them and I made a deal and I paid about 30 some dollars a piece for them, I remember, but in the end I ended up selling them on Amazon and making about $7,000 on them. These are some of the returns and I don't want to test them. I don't know how to test them really easily, so I'm just going to sell them and get them out of here, get some money back. So I sold them for $50 plus shipping for a total of $67.64. Sold a couple of Lego sets. I have about $1 a piece in. I sold them for $14. I believe I have about 20 of these to sell through. I can't remember how much I've actually sold, but it's a pretty good profit. So after you've been doing this for a while, everything you look at turns into money. You're judging everything to determine whether or not it's resellable and you can make money. This is just an adapter, a Black & Decker adapter. It's new. I don't know what it even goes to. I just looked up the model number. Saw that I could sell it for 15 bucks and listed it. It came out of a box where my mom had moved into a house and the previous owner just left a box of junk that was going to be thrown away. And I saw this and I looked it up and hey, we made a little bit of money. Said it many times before, a lot of adapters are worth picking up. I've sold some adapters for over $100. It just depends what they go to. I paid $2.99 for this Panasonic phone at a Goodwill. I sold it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $64.83. This is a 5.8 gigahertz phone. A lot of phones that are 5.8 are not worth picking up. This particular base was. It's just why you have to look up model numbers. For whatever reason, people want this one. Here is a Sector figure. This came out of a vintage toy lot I bought. Ended up selling it for $30 plus shipping for a total of $41.15. This brings back some old memories. A few years ago at Lowe's, I came across some clearance. I got a lot of these for only $1. They were marked down from like $120. For whatever reason, Lowe's just wanted these gone. They priced them super low to get them out of the store. I think they were clearance for like 20 bucks, which I would have bought them for anyway, and the guy just told me, hey, these are actually $1. I just haven't changed the price. Of course, I bought them all. Ended up buying more at other Lowe's. Probably got, I don't know how many I got. I think I made about $5,000 flipping these. Sold most of them on Amazon. This is one that came from Amazon. It's been opened. It was a return. It just ended up in the death pile. Been going through a lot of my old stuff and I listed it on eBay for $60 and it sold. Here's a pair of children's Crocs I picked up at a yard sale. I paid $5 for them. Ended up selling them for $24.95 plus shipping. I've had a lot of luck finding Crocs this style, different colors, and I've sold a used pair for $70, a new pair for $90. Been having a lot of luck with Crocs. Picked up some of this ink at Goodwill. Actually picked up 2 boxes for $2.99. I sold a box for $18. I sold this cross-stitch quilt I picked up at a yard sale. I paid $8 for it. Sold it for $75 plus shipping for a total of $104. Got a Star Wars Hasbro Heroes figure. I sold this one for $20. Came in the lot I bought at Goodwill a while back. Made hundreds of dollars on those figures. Sold this Insignia remote I picked up at a Salvation Army for $1.50. I got $30 for it. I could have bought the actual receiver as well. But I think they wanted $20 for the receiver, and the receiver and the remote was only selling for around $50-$60, and it was very heavy, so I figured this was the better option. Just buy the remote for $1.50 and sell it for $30. Picked up this soccer headgear at Goodwill for a couple bucks, and I sold it for $25. Shipping out this Super Mario 64 game. Picked this up at a church rummage sale. I only paid $1 for it. Sold it for $30, and it sold in about 12 hours. This is just one of those items that when you find it, you know you're going to make money because you know it sells. You know it's going to sell quick. I have about 3 or 4 of these in my video game collection, but I recently found a Super Mario 64 complete in box, so I'm just going to sell all my other copies. I sold this Zojirushi bread maker. I got at Goodwill for $4.99. Sold it for $50 plus shipping for a total of $72.68. It's a great brand to keep an eye out for. Next, I sold this G.I. Joe figure I got in a toy lot I bought, and I sold it for $20. Picked up this spell checker sealed at a rummage sale. I paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $24. Picked up this softball bat at a yard sale. I paid $5 for it. I bought it blind, didn't know how much it was worth, but I figured I could at least double my money, even if it wasn't worth that a whole lot. And it's not worth a whole lot, because I sold it for $12 plus shipping, so in the end, I made $5 or $6 on it. Here is some Build-A-Bear boxers and Converse shoes. These came in a Build-A-Bear lot that I bought at a yard sale. I think I paid $8 for it, a bear and some outfits. I've already made some good profit on everything else. It's just icing on the cake. Sold these for $18. Picked up this Technics remote for $1 at a thrift store, and I sold it for $13. Not every sale can be a $100 profit sale. Sold some My Little Pony figures and I got $14 for them. These came out of a My Little Pony Monopoly game I got at Goodwill. Unfortunately, it was missing pieces. Pretty bad shape. I actually probably could have got about $25 for these, but unfortunately one of them had the tail broken off. I considered gluing it and all that, but I didn't want to just mess with it. I just put them on there for $14. I still made money on the deal. I would buy again. I picked up these Skechers Shape Up sandals. I believe I got these at a thrift store for only $1. Might have even been 50 cents because that thrift store has half off a lot. But I sold them for $25 plus shipping for a total of $33.80. Sold these women's Red Wing work shoes, steel toe, composite toe. Paid $6.99 at a Salvation Army for them and I sold them for $30 plus shipping. Sold this He-Man accessory. I got $15 for it. Just a club that came in a lot of vintage He-Man stuff I bought. I sold these 2 books, Alternating Current and Direct Current. Picked these up at a rummage sale. I think I paid a quarter or 50 cents. I'm not sure exactly. Bought them blind. I was hoping they'd be worth more, but you know what? I sold them for $15 plus shipping, so we still made some great profit on them. They're going out of the country. Here's a nice flip. This All in the Family DVD collection. Picked this up for $2.50 at a Salvation Army. Sold it for $40. Shipping media mail. Sold this stainless steel chimney cap I picked up at Lowe's. I only paid $5 for this. Sold for $35 plus shipping for a total of $56.10. I found some Game Gear games at a church rummage sale. Ended up paying $20 for all of them, and I ended up selling this Fantasy Zone for $40. Picked up these New Balance shoes at a Goodwill. I only paid $5 for them. I sold them for $40 plus shipping. They sold in about a week. I sold this Lord of the Rings Ring Wraith and Horse figure I picked up at a yard sale. I just happened to see this sticking out of a box on his porch. I asked about it. He said, yeah, I'll sell this to you. And I got some more toys in my garage. He was kind of a collector. He took me in his garage. He had an old PlayStation, like store retail game case where they would sell the games out of. He had it filled with old action figures that were covered in dust. And I was able to buy some stuff from him. I had to pay up a little, but in the end, I'm going to make some great money. I think I probably have about $15 in this one. And I sold it for $70 plus shipping for a total of $88.48. I sold this Xbox One Kinect sensor bar for $50. I ended up getting this in a really good deal. I think I only paid $10 for an Xbox One. I've already sold that. I got it at a yard sale. Really crazy that's all it was. I think I sold that Xbox One for like $180. I might have paid $20 for that Xbox One. Sorry, I don't remember exactly. Either way, this is pretty much just a freebie at this point. Just never know what you're going to come across when you go to a yard sale or what you're going to end up paying for something that you can make some money on. But with that, that's going to do it for the video, everybody. I really want to thank you for watching. If you would do me the favor of hitting that like button for me if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this and more of my reselling vlogs where I go to thrift stores and garage sales looking for things to flip. This is just a portion of some of my sales. I had about 300 of these little sale clips, so I'll probably have some more videos like this coming out soon. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk, and this has been Wick. Until next time.